here, say hello. And we are going to have some crafting fun. All right, if you're here, just say hello so I know that my chats are working. Hello. Oh, let's see. No, that's the wrong one. Okay. I'm not sure if my chats are working right now, so if you're here, just let me know. Oh, there we are. Hi, Donna. Hi, Renee. Angela, welcome. Hello, hello. All right, we're working. We are up and running. We are going to have some fun here. And let me see here. Let me just get situated just a little bit. I have to switch this over. Let me know if I'm in the frame. Sometimes it's just kind of hard to figure out the camera placement. All right, if you can see my craft table, just let me know. I know Hi, Lori. Oh, Turbo, Lori says hugs and kisses. I am really hoping that he is going to be good here because I'm the only one home right now, so no one can come rescue me if he starts acting up. Hi, Bonnie. Hello, hello. Everyone, welcome. I hope you all had a wonderful Thanksgiving. And this year is just flying by. I cannot believe it's been another year for me on my YouTube channel, just crafting away through all the seasons, and it's just crazy. Hi, Lady Rivers. Hi, Tawny. To think that it's time to move on to the next season. I do have a Christmas design, but I have been switching out some florals and starting to think about the next season ahead. It's really hard to stop doing Christmas, but that's what happens. I get caught up in the seasons. I don't want to move forward, and then I get behind. So I want to try to stay ahead of the game this year. And Betty, hello Betty, welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for my wonderful goodies. I love everything so much, and I'm excited to use all those fun goodies. You got your coffee, all right, Lady Rivers. Cheers, cheers. I got mine, you know that. So what we're going to do today is we're going to make an ornament wreath, and I saved some prep. I want to get the rest of these prep because I want to put this away. I just about burned myself for the first time, and it was a close one, so with my wood burner tool, and I don't want that to happen. Hi, Teresa, Lori, everyone, welcome. Welcome. So what we're going to, I'm just going to get started here because I'm not sure how long this one's going to take, but we're going to make an ornament wreath. And these wreaths are really fun to make. And I'm going to show you a technique that I learned from Door Decor. And I loved how she uses zip ties, because most of those ornament wreaths that you see are hot glued, and I just thought this was a brilliant way of zip tying them to the frame. So if you're selling these, they're secure on that frame. They're not going to go anywhere. It does take a little bit of prep, but it's worth it. So I ran back to Hobby Lobby because I wasn't sure if I had enough ornaments, and I think I'm good now. But what we're going to do is we're going to prep it now. Ideally, if you had a drill that would be ideal. I'm using a wood burner tool, and it's not the healthiest of options because of the fumes. So make sure I have my window open, everything's ventilated, and you don't want to breathe these fumes at all. So I want to get the rest of these prepped, and then we're going to put all of this together. And this is the first time I'm going to be using a sign, and I have an 8-inch sign, and I think it's going to be really pretty with the cardinal birds. And I already have it prepped with the cable mounts on the back. I use the E6000 glue, and I hope I let it sit enough time to set. If you've never used this glue before, it's a great glue to use on the metal signs, because if you try to just hot glue these on, that usually they're not going to stay, and especially in the different weather conditions, and it's just not going to hold. So that is the best way to prep the metal signs, is with those cable mounts and some E6000 glue. Hello, Renee and Susan. It's so nice to see everyone. I hope you all had just a beautiful Thanksgiving. And what we're going to do is, you're going to be very careful, because like I said, I almost just burnt myself. So you just don't want this to slip. So all as I'm doing is I took the tops off the ornaments, and I'm just using my wood burner tool. This is it. I'm just going down and making 2 holes on each side of that tip. And you can see how smoky it is. So I'm just, like I said, I don't want to breathe this. I really should have a mask on, but let's get through this so I can put all this away and not burn myself here. So simple. Just let me bring my basket a little bit closer. Now, you can get your ornaments anywhere. I thought it was really easy because to buy the garland strands at Michael's or Hobby Lobby, the ones that you see like this, because it had all the different size ornaments on there. So you don't have to go and buy the large, medium, small. And I noticed at Dollar Tree this year, it didn't seem like they had, I saw the small ones and the mediums, but I didn't really see too many of the 3 different sizes. So I thought this, that garland just really was nice, because everything's right there for you. So I'm just going to finish prepping these. And these are just classic wreaths that you can, they're just timeless. Everybody loves a good ornament wreath. Hi, Suzanne. So let me just get through the last of these. And then what I do is I have an extra bag, because there's some on these garlands like this with the holes on the different sides. So I toss those in a different bag, and I'll use those for something else, like this one. There's only a few on there, but everything else I'm using. And get this wood burner tool out of my way. I always get so nervous. That's why I love my holder here, which keeps it nice and secure. Because those little holders that come with those things, those are scary. It's just an accident waiting to happen with those that little metal stand. So it's very simple with your wood burner tool. Just be careful it doesn't slide on you. Oh, thank you, Renee. Yes, I was looking for an 8-inch sign that I wanted to use for this, because I've never done one with a sign. And I think they're so pretty with the signs. And I thought that would be good to go into the winter months. You could keep it up all January. Hi, Vonnie. High five. Hello. Thank you. Thank you so much. So if you have any questions, just let me know in the chat and I'll make sure I answer everything. And if you're here to see a tutorial without me answering questions and talking, then this is not the live for you. I'm still getting those messages, and I just think people sometimes don't understand the difference between a tutorial and a live. And I probably have way more ornaments than I need right here. Oh, Allie, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry to hear that. My condolences to you and your family. That's tough, especially during the holiday season right now. All right. This time I got my, whoops, my coffee in a cup so it doesn't get all cold on me as I'm spilling it everywhere. Where is she? Did she live in a different state, Allie? The holes, oh, Angela, I just want to let you know that I'm really sorry about my delay in sending those out, and I promise I'm going to get those in the mail. I'm so sorry. Yep, I'm bad. I'm sorry. I've just been running rampant lately, and I just keep forgetting to get all of those together. I have them sitting out, so I promise they will be coming. I will get those buttoned up today and in the mail tomorrow. You're in, oh, they live in California and you're in Texas. Yeah, that's tough when you can't be with the family during this hard time. Okay, good, Angela. I was like, gosh, I really hope that you weren't waiting on those, and because you had a project to get done and out for Christmas. So I apologize. Okay, we're almost done, and then I'm going to put all this away. The holes, there's not any exact like measurement. I'm just kind of go on each side, just about maybe a ½ inch or so of the tip here. And what I like to do is a lot of these ornaments, there's a seam. I mean, it's nice if they didn't have the seam, but you can't get away from that. So I'll just do it on the seam, and just about a ½ inch or so. It doesn't matter at all. Just about like that. And Allie, will you be able to get to California at all? Or I know it's a hard time to travel right now, the weather and everything going on. Oh, good. Okay. All right, Angela. Like I said, I apologize. No, Lady Rivers, mine does not have a temperature gauge on it. It's the Weller And I've been using this one for a long time. All right, we're almost done. I know you don't want to sit and watch me do this all night. Oh, your mom's taking care of everything. Bless her heart. Oh. Yeah, this is a Weller. This one I have linked in my Amazon store and my YouTube shopping store. They have different ones that you can get. This one it came with all kinds of attachments, but I never ever have used any of the attachments. I always just use it right as it comes out of the box. Just the tip is all I ever use to cut the mesh or to do something like this. Yeah, I think, I don't know if you were telling me on one live, Lori, about the soldering iron. I've never used one of those, but I know somebody was talking about that, and yeah, I'd be interested to see what the difference is in using that versus a wood burner tool. This one has a dent, so I will put that away a couple more, and then we'll start putting this together. So if anybody has any suggestions of things they'd like to see done, let me know, because I am looking for ideas. But I'm doing this one, and I am going to be finishing up my gingerbread wreath, which I'm very excited about. And that will be my last design of for the holidays, for Christmas. Okay, now I can put this away. So we have a whole basket of goodies here. Is the cordless soldering iron, is that one easier to use than the wood burner tool? Okay, where can I put this? So Turbo, I'm always afraid he's gonna knock it over too. And I think I'm gonna put it up here on the windowsill. And then we're going to keep that window open a little bit longer till everything airs out. The large heart frame, yes, yes. You know what? I did have an idea, Renee, about, I thought, I was looking at the heart frames today, because I have some to mail out to a special follower. And I was looking at it, and I thought, you know what? It would be really pretty to do one of these ornament wreaths on the heart frame too. So I thought that would be neat, and something I haven't done before. Because last year I got a little carried away with the heart frames, just like I did with the candy canes this year. So I don't know how many of those I'm going to end up doing. I probably won't do too much. Oh, Lori, I was just asking what the difference. Is it easier to use than the wood burner tool, the soldering iron, to cut your mesh? Okay, let me get this out of the way. My tempered glass. All right, now everything's up here. Okay, no chance of getting burned right now. All right. Okay, so let's see here. What we're going to do is I'm going to use a 14-inch frame. And I really need to get some more zip ties. So I have these long ones I'm going to use, and actually the long ones are kind of a little bit easier to get through the ornament. So But you want ones that are going to go through the ornament. Hey Shannon, how you doing? Welcome, welcome. You don't have to worry about the cord, so it's cordless? Does it heat up like with batteries? Those are the kinds that you use for stained glass, right? So I have these super long zip ties, which I'm going to use. Because you need them that long enough so they're going to go through these ornaments. All right, where am I going to put this? Let me lift this up a little higher. Oh, it's rechargeable. Oh, that's convenient. Well, that's a nice little feature. Sorry, I'm just trying to... I can imagine these are going to be spilled all over the floor here if I don't watch it. Okay, so what we're going to do... Shannon, I had a brain fart on... Is it Decor... Who's the girl that does the really cute bulb wreaths? Decor. I should have pulled up her name before if I see her, I know exactly who she is, but I'm drawing a blank on the exact name. But if you go to her page, she does just the most adorable ornaments. They should be everywhere. Yep. You got a good point there, Shannon. Okay, so we have our whole basket of everything's prepped. I want to say Door Decor. Door Decor by Pam. And what we're going to do is just take this, just like that. Taking the zip tie, going right through those two holes. And I'm telling you, once you do it like this, you're never, ever going to want to hot glue your ornaments again. So I always have name the bars from the out going in. We're going to go around the 1 and 2 on the outside. And I'm going to put the tip of the, actually this first one, let's go around the crossbar and the 1 and 2. And I'm putting that tip in the middle of the 1 and 2. So see, that's the first one. So easy and so secure on there. It's not going anywhere. Hello, Crystal. Come on in. Welcome. Welcome. Yeah, but the problem if they're everywhere, Shannon, then Turbo's going, is going to have a heyday and mess them all up. So we're simply going to go around the outside first. And I'm going to just alternate. I'm using the larger balls first, alternating my colors. I think the large, I think that's a medium. So we have a combo of some flat white, a little bit of everything. So let's see, let's do... Now you don't have to use zip ties. You can also use pipe cleaners. But it's really nice with the zip ties, especially if you're selling these. This thing's gonna last, it's gonna last forever. And it's just, you could do so many different color combinations. You can, Shannon, what I did was I used my wood burner tool. And I had just took the tool and just being very careful for it not to slide, and I just put it in, made one hole and made the other hole, and I have about a ½ an inch from the little point that I took off the little hanger. And you just have to be really careful that it doesn't slide on you. I mean, it's easy to do and it's quick. It just got to be careful with the little ones that they don't slide, because I almost burnt myself, and it's very fumy, so you want to make sure you're by a window, because it's fumy. Hi, Deborah. Hello, Hindi. It's cold and snowy. Fun. Crystal, welcome. If you didn't just hear that, I did the holes with the wood burner tool. I just used the basic tip that comes on the wood burner and just went right through the plastic. Now you could take off this like that because it's going to leave a little edge, but you don't have to because you're not going to see that. Ooh, getting snowy and cold. Now that screams Christmas. That is really cool. We don't get snow here. I have to go to the mountains to find snow. But it has been pretty cold for us. I actually had to pull out my jacket on the walk with Turbo. Ooh, I shouldn't have said that too loud. The other day because it was chilly. There was like a cold front coming through. And I never have to, I haven't wore that jacket and I couldn't tell you how long. See, so that's all we're doing. We're just adding them to the, what is cold? Well, you know, us Californians, we don't know what cold is like you guys do. I don't even know. It probably was maybe, I didn't even really look at the weather, honestly, but I mean, it was probably like 50. Sorry. Oh, yeah, we don't know what cold is over here. I should have looked. I don't really know exactly, but all I know was cold enough that I had to pull out a jacket. Oh yeah, Allie. So you know that same kind of cold. But you get that gorgeous weather like summer in the winter at the beach. I love the going to the coast in October, November. Like you'll have just like a summer day on the beach. I used to live on the Central Coast for a long time. Over by yeah, I guess it was freezing for California, huh? I'll have to see what it was just to, it could have been warmer than that. I don't recall, but yeah, I used to live Allie, I used to live in the on the Central Coast by San Luis Obispo, Morro Bay, Pismo Beach, all that beautiful coastline. And it was great because it was just like you go inland, it's summer, and then when it starts cooling down there, you go to the coast and it's summer. So you have endless summer all the time. So I'm just going to continue. I'm so glad that I ran and got another one of these garlands today because I thought one garland was going to be enough. And then I started counting and I thought, oh gosh, I don't even know if I have enough ornaments. Feels like 0, yeah. How cold does it get in Michigan? And in where it was snowing, did you say Canada? Oh, thank you. It's Decor the Door Creations. Thank you. Check her out. She makes mostly these ornament wreaths, and this is the technique that I learned from her. And she does so many cute ones, and so you could see the possibilities of these ornament wreaths. But I could not believe it when I tried this technique on how fun it was. So that's all I'm doing right now is I'm just going to continue in the same pattern. Oh, thank you, Michelle. I have that linked in my descriptions of my tutorials. It's called Susie's Wreaths and Things. She calls it the SWAT and it's a hot shot holder. So I always link that because I always have a lot of people ask me about that. I always link it in the description sections of all my tutorials. So you'll see it. It'll say, get your wood burner tool here, or your wood burner holder or hot shot holder. Yeah, it's very cool, very sturdy, and it has the little feet at the bottom that it doesn't go sliding around. And she does all kinds of stuff. She does those mesh holders, and they're yeah, they do a lot of really cool stuff, her and her husband. Hello, Martha. How cold, Debbie, does it get in Michigan? It gets below 0, doesn't it? Why do I feel like I'm not staying in order here? I can't concentrate right now. Green, white, red, white, green. Well, whatever. We don't have to. We'll just do it however here. This is what happens when I start talking. I'm not focusing. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be exact, as you hear me say in all my tutorials. It's one of my favorite things to say. Doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be exact, because we are crafting. Oh, I'm missing some messages. Sorry. You saw the angel wings, Lady Rivers? Let's see. It's the blue and white one. Oh, thank you. How are you feeling? Are you recovering? Is your back feeling better? You would take 50? Well, my phone's up there. I would like look. I'm sure it's probably not even like outside right now. I'm in a t-shirt. It's not even that cold. Okay, so that's all we're doing is adding our bulbs to that 1 and 2 bar. And then once we get to the next bars, there's going to be some gaps and spaces that we're going to fill in with different... I am having a hard time focusing right now. Green, white, red, white, green, white. Let's do a green. Ooh, 15. Ooh, that's cold. I wouldn't know what to do with myself. Well, yeah, I would. I'd stay inside by the fireplace and wouldn't go outside. Feels like 0. Yeah, people always make fun of us Californians that we don't know what cold is. That's why I only go visit my cousin in Oklahoma in the summer, because I'm not dealing with that kind of weather. I didn't grow up in it. I'm not acclimated to it. So I'll just go visit in the beautiful summer. And you can have those icy windstorms and all the snowstorms. Okay. And gosh, I really hope I have enough balls here. I mean, I got 2 garlands. I should have counted them. So I apologize if I'm not going to have enough here, but I really am hoping that I will. If not, we're going to just fill them in with a bunch of little ones. Oh, I love Morro Bay too, Angela. We go to Morro Bay all the time because that's my happy place. Me and my husband's happy place. We lived in Morro Bay when we were dating before kids. And my brother lives in Los Osos. So Morro Bay is just my favorite. I'll take Morro Bay over Pismo any day. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love Pismo Beach too, but a lot of people think that Morro Bay, oh, it's so cold, we're not going to go there. So then you have the whole beach to yourself, and all the crowds are at Pismo. So 1 hour from Buffalo, New York. So is it snowing? Yeah, you got Lucy and Vito. Did they have little snowshoes? Finding those metal signs, the 8-inch ones are very hard to find, so you have to just order those online, because it seems like they just have the 12 inches or the like the odd, like the different kind of shaped ones. So this one, I'm going to there might be some little gaps, and that's okay, because we're going to be filling everything in. The first row usually goes on pretty good without any gaps and spaces. I know, Crystal, this is what happens. I can't concentrate and talk at the same time, so I am just kind of doing it, whatever ball I can find here. But that's okay. We don't have to be matchy-matchy. So this one, I'm going to take this one off. I'm hoping I'm going to be able to get this sign on the way I want. It's the first time I've done the sign, but on one of these, but I think they look really cute with the signs. And I think it will be fun to try it on the heart frame and see what that looks like. They love the snow. They don't. That's funny. Yeah, you'd have to have some pretty big ones for, is it Vito's the big one, right? The St. Bernard? Okay, let's see here. I think we're going to have to, let's do a flat right. We'll get it red in here. Boy, my pattern is way off. Oh, there she is. There she is. We were just talking about your beautiful, beautiful wreaths. There is the Door Creations is in the house, and she makes the most beautiful ornament wreaths. And we message each other. I tell you all the time how much I love this technique that you came up with, and I think this is such a brilliant way to do these wreaths without having to hot glue, because the hot glue's not going to last, and those bulbs are going to start falling off. And this, these are not going to go anywhere, and I just think it makes a better quality wreath that's going to last year after year. And congratulations on your Etsy sales. I'm really happy for you. I think that's so cool. I know you work so hard. And Vito, yeah, they don't make snowshoes that size for Vito. He's gonna have to take a men's. And I am on the Door Creations. What is your name? I'm sorry. A lot of these we just know are the pages, and I don't really know the names, but I know we talked about the sign. I told you I was excited to add a sign. So I'm going to try to add it like you told me to, or you suggested. And I'm hoping I have enough ornaments. I had to run and grab some more. And I don't know if I'm going to have enough of the big ones. Tara. Okay. Hi, Tara. Welcome. Where do you usually get your ornaments from? Because this time I ended up getting a couple of the garland strands, but I got 2 of them, and I just feel like it's not going to be enough. I'm really hoping I have enough to get through. Oh, you usually paint the wreath frame? I like the one that you just did with the bells. I thought that was so cute, adding the bell ornaments on there. Yes. So I got a couple of the garlands this time. Usually I would have bought them. Well, I think the first one I did with Dollar Tree ornaments, but I noticed this year they didn't have the selection with all the different sizes like I was used to before. So I bought a couple of the garlands, and I'm hoping I have enough here. Well, welcome. I'm glad that you popped in. Your ears must have been burning because we were just talking about you. Yeah, that's exciting when you get that Etsy sale, isn't it? That when you hear that cha-ching, I'm like, that is like music to your ears. I used to get so excited. I don't sell as much on Etsy. I don't really, I mean, I still have a few things listed, but I don't really advertise it anymore. So, but yeah, when you can hear that cha-ching, it's like, woo, that's exciting. And there's Turbo snoring. Yes, it is, isn't it? Oh my gosh. And it's like all that hard work, because it's a lot of work setting up an Etsy store and doing all that, and it's fun when it actually, like, you start getting sales. All right. Well, we made it around the first row. I'm not really sure. Now this one is going to be, I think this one's a little bit smaller, which is fine because it's going to be perfect to fill in the little gap here. Because I think the bigger one might be, I don't think the bigger one's going to fit. I guess that'll fit. We'll save those for the inside. Yeah, you never know with Dollar Tree anymore. I mean, they had a lot of ornaments. I just felt like they just had like the small and the large, or I didn't really see like the medium. And you need a little variation of the bulbs as we start getting to this next row. You're gonna, ooh, it must be cold in the basement. Is that where you craft at, Debbie? Is that where your studio is? So we already have the outside row, and those aren't going anywhere. those are secured on there. It's such a brilliant, brilliant technique that Tara invented with the wood burner tool. And I mean, because gluing these, it's just not going to, it might hold for a season, but forget it. When you're in different climates, you're storing it, they're gonna fall off. And I just thought this was so cool. Okay, now we're going to move on to, and there's Turbo snoring. I don't think he was feeling so hot for a few days. Because he definitely slept a lot more than he normally would. He slept more than his normal 12 hours of sleeping. Okay, this isn't going to work. Those are going to be all over the floor. Turbo is 3 years old. Ooh, you're getting a she shed. Oh, that is so exciting. That is way exciting. That'll be so fun to decorate it and get all your, have your own little space where no one can bother you. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to take our next ones and we're going around the 3 and the 4. And doesn't have to be perfect or exact. We're just getting them on these rows here, and then we're going to start filling in the gaps. So just like we did before, I'm just going to try to use up any of my bigger ones that I have. And then, well, I guess I better count how many big ones I have here. Let me pull out all the big ones. Man, these balls go fast. This was 2 of those big garlands. So it looks like these are more like the mediums. So we're just gonna, boy, I really hope I have enough of these. If not, I'll have to pop back on live another night and finish it up, but let's hope that we have enough here. A 14 for the next row, Tara. I think I have 14. And I got this really pretty garland from Hobby Lobby that I think is going to be really pretty with this design with the cardinal. And you can always just keep it upside down too. You don't have to keep flipping it around. I know, I can't believe this year is almost over. It's crazy how fast time goes when you're crafting. Okay, let's do one of these. And I really like using these longer zip ties. It just makes it super easy. All right. Once you get all that prep time, the prep done, it goes relatively fast. Tara, I'm hoping you can stick around while I do the sign, because I might have some questions when it comes to the sign. I already have it all prepped, and I remember what you told me, how you go around the balls. So I'm hoping I could get that sign on there the way I want. Do you do your sign on the front side, right? After the balls, before the tinsel? Hey, Teresa. Oh, good. Because I'm going to have some questions here when it comes to the sign. But I did finally find a really cute one, the 8-inch that I found, and I ordered it because it is hard to find those 8-inch signs. And I don't know if you were on here, but I was saying that I thought it would be really neat. I don't know if you've ever done one on, I think it would be really neat to do one on the heart wreath frame, like for Valentine's Day. You put it on before the tinsel. Okay. Then you do you use floral wire or pipe cleaners? And then you just use the tinsel as your filler, right? And I got some nice lush, well, I got Dollar Tree tinsel and I have Hobby Lobby tinsel. I'm hoping that the Hobby Lobby one will work because it's so pretty, and I think it's going to look really pretty like snow coming through. Okay, perfect. Thank you, Tara. Thank you. I'm so glad you could pop on and say hello. This is kind of a new thing for me, going live. So I've been doing it a few months, and I try to go live every Thursday, and it's a lot of fun. I love it. And if you're new to my channel, if you can hit that subscribe button down below. I release a new tutorial every week, every Sunday at 10 a.m. And this Sunday I'll be releasing the, well, I've got a couple things going on. I don't know if I'm gonna release the gingerbread midweek, and because I have another collaboration thing. I'm going to be releasing it actually at a different time on Sunday. It's part of this business group I'm in. We're lifting each other up. There's a lot of people that are just starting YouTube, or it'll be their first YouTube, and we're all going to be collabing together and just kind of lifting everybody up, and dropping a tutorial on Sunday at 7 p.m. I believe Eastern Standard Time. So it'll be a little bit different than the normal time that I usually post my tutorials. But so I still have to figure things out, but for sure I will be releasing my gingerbread. If not Sunday, I'll be releasing it midweek, because I'm still working on her and I'm super excited about it. It's so cute. So far, that attachment from TMI Gifts is just such a great attachment. Yes, it's the Julie's Biz group, Debbie. You're still in that group too, aren't you? I've been missing a lot of the trainings, and so I've been having to make up, so I can't, I don't really know everybody that's going to be part of that challenge, but So yeah, I'm still figuring out the details, but basically I'm releasing a tutorial. We're all releasing a tutorial at the same time and shouting each other out in our tutorials, like in the description section. So you can go follow them and help support other creators that are trying to get their YouTube going. All right, Tara, I think I'm gonna have enough. I should have messaged you. How many do we need? Oh, thank you, Hindi. That's so sweet. I just love having you all here, and it just is great. I look forward to doing this, and it's crazy that I didn't go live for so long, and I owe a lot of that to my friend Shannon, with Shannon Feelin' Crafty, to help encourage me to go live. And I think you were the one, Shannon, that got me to start doing the Thursdays, because about like having a set day to go live, and that's really worked out very good for me. Because then, people can plan it, and they kind of know when you're going to be going live. Oh, did you just quit? I thought you were in her group. Or how did you just leave her group? Because I know you're in a bunch of groups too. Or you're in a couple groups, Debbie. Yeah, I've been in her group probably, well, gosh, I guess it's been almost 3 years now, which is hard to believe. It's been that long. So if anybody's looking for a awesome business coach, I will plug Julie all day long, because I am so grateful for what I've learned in her group. And it's helped me take my small business to places that I didn't even know existed. I just thought, you make wreaths, you sell them. I had no idea that there's a whole world out there, all different ways to make an income than just selling things. And I've learned so much from her group. And I just recently learned some new things, and it already made me some money, and I couldn't believe it. Like, I had no idea about it until I was in her group. Okay, so now I guess I'm going to squeeze this last one in, okay? So those all fit. So it's a combination of large and a couple of these mediums. And also, just back to Julie, if you ever are serious and want to take that next step and get yourself a business coach, she has trainings that can be accessed anytime. And I always leave the link to her biz group in the description of all my tutorials and all my lives too. Not this live until tomorrow, when I can go plug everything in, but you go to any of my tutorials in the description, you're going to see her link. Thank you, Lady Rivers. Oh, that's so sweet. And that is exactly why I do what I do, because I get the nicest, sweetest messages, just like you just said. I get them all the time of just how the crafting has changed their lives, or showing me their things that they made that they didn't think that they could make. And it's the best. All right. Woo! So exciting. See, it doesn't have to be matchy-matchy. And look how cool that looks. I love it. Oh my gosh, so pretty. I love the combination of the white and the snowy white and the flat white. I think that looks really cool. I wonder if I should change some of these. because they're like two flats next to each other. You know what? I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to change this one and this one. I'm going to change these two out. Let's do that. And let's change that one out. Just kind of mix it up a little bit. You can look at, you mean which page are you talking about, Allie? My Facebook page, or are you talking about my YouTube page? Because you can find me anywhere, even in all the descriptions of my tutorials, it'll say follow me on my social media here, and there's a link, and it's kind of like a link tree, and I will open up all my stuff. My Facebook is my biggest platform. I'm on TikTok, but I need to give it a little bit more love over there. I started again and I was doing pretty good, and then I just kind of stopped again. So I'm slowly building up my Instagram, which I hadn't focused on in a while, but you'll find me there too. It's getting there. But Instagram is a lot harder to grow than Facebook. But Facebook is my favorite platform. I love Facebook. I'm old school like that. But I do work all the platforms. You'll find me on Pinterest too. Although I need to be giving Pinterest a lot more love too. But it's hard to do it all. I'm a one-man band here, and I do the best that I can. But it's a lot to keep up on everything. Oh, Lady Rivers. Oh, that's another thing. You just reminded me. Oh, you've seen me on Pinterest. Oh, that's good. You reminded me. I wanted to share with you that I'm going to have to close this window. I wanted to share with everyone that because people have tried, they always wanted to share pictures with me on YouTube, and you couldn't share pictures on YouTube. So I would have them message me on Facebook. But I opened up a new thing on YouTube. It's the community tab, and everyone can share, and my people that follow me can share under there. You can share pictures with me now. You can write comments under that tab. So I just wanted to kind of let you guys know that, because it's a new thing that I opened up. So I'm checking it out. So if anybody wants to send me a picture over there so I can see how it works, I would love that. I get people ask me all the time to share pictures on YouTube, but you weren't able to before. So hey, Jory, welcome. Yeah, let me know. Try to send me over there and see. I want to see if that works. How do you get to it again? Which one, Crystal? For the Facebook or for the community tab on YouTube? Yeah, so I think that's going to be really helpful. The people that want to share with me. Let me just close this window because it's getting cold. I wish I could check the weather, because you guys would probably laugh. The ones in Michigan and New York and everybody would laugh that I'm cold in this weather. Yeah, so yeah, the community tab, it's in YouTube. I don't know if you go, I don't know if you go there, because it's under my posts. Like when I see it on my phone, I go under posts, and then it says community underneath. So I don't really know how it works. I just know that you can share stuff there now. So just play around with it, and then when I get off this live, I'll see if anything's there. Because a lot of these things I'm learning. It's been a work in progress learning all these things. But yeah, I appreciate you following me on all my platforms. That is super fun. And They all just kind of tie together. Okay, there. Now that one doesn't bother me so bad. Okay, I need to stop looking at the double whites. Okay, so that's what we have so far. And then Tara is going to hold my hand while I figure out the sign here. Oh, look how pretty that's going to look. Oh my gosh, I get so excited with these ornament wreaths. They are, like, to me, they remind me of like my ribbon wreaths. They're just like, they're a timeless treasure, like a classic timeless treasure, something that will never go out of style. It'll be around from years and years, and it'll never go out of style. Okay, Tara, I need your help. Are you still here? Okay, so we have, we're going to save the rest of these balls are going to be our fillers. Let me just get this out of my way here. Oh, do you paint your own signs? I know Shannon paints a lot of her own signs, and I am not talented like that at all. I admire that so much. So I have the cable mounts already mounted on the back, and I would highly suggest using cable mounts on these metal signs. And I have the E6000 glue, so it's holding it very good. Yeah, have her. I'm also, like I said, I'm on she probably has Instagram too, but I'm on everything. But Facebook is well, YouTube is my favorite platform, and then Facebook would be my next in line. Because I've worked hard to grow my page from nothing, and I'm proud of what I've done. I'm heading towards 100,000, and I'm really proud of that. Even though I have some things that aren't working properly on my Facebook that would help me grow my page faster, I need to get some support help, and that is not fun, trying to get help from Facebook. And so my page is growing a little bit slower than I would like it to, but that's okay. I'm hanging in there. Thank you, Allie. Thank you. Yes, everyone is a friend. And that's why I've been getting some nasty messages. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I usually don't let stuff get to me, but there's been a few just recently, again, on my YouTube channel. People like to leave nasty messages, and they don't like the fact I guess, you know, on their behalf, they probably don't know the difference between a live and a tutorial. So they get frustrated when they see me yakking on a live, and they think that I'm like, it's wasting their time. They can't learn the craft. But it's like, go to my YouTube tutorials, and you could pause it. You could fast forward it. I'm not talking except telling you how to do the craft. So, but I go live to connect with my followers, to answer questions real time, and to build a community, because that's what it's about. So, and not to mention, I didn't even show my face for my first 2 years on my YouTube channel because I was too nervous to get in front of a camera, and I was petrified. So if you're thinking about starting a YouTube channel, know that you can start one, and you don't ever have to show your face. Oh, I can't wait. You posted it where, Debbie? On the community tab? Now I'm excited to see if that worked. Is that where you posted it? Tara, are you still here? So I need Tara's help to do this sign. I'm going to do it like I think she told me to do it. And I think that she said she just wraps these around the balls. So let me just get it underneath the balls. Oh, isn't that fun? I love this. Oh my goodness, so pretty. I thought when I saw this garland, well, it's a kind of a funny story about it. I first saw it at Michael's, and because I've been trying to, I got the sign, and then I was trying to, oh, you have this sign, Debbie? See, great minds think alike, right? So I was trying to find the right ornaments for the sign, and I've been looking all over. And then I saw this garland at Michael's, and I was like, oh, that had all the colors that I thought would be so pretty with this. And I didn't get it because I hadn't got the garland before. Hold on, I'm just trying to, let me just figure this out real quick. I think we just wrap it around the balls. Let me try to do that. So I went home and I thought, well, I'll just try to find those same color ornaments. And then it got overwhelming when I was looking for ornaments, and, you know, because you want to have different shapes, different textures, and that is bothering me right there. I'm going to have to replace that ball because that is going to bother me. And so, so you just twist it around the ornament, right, Tara? I'm going to take this one off because this, I don't like how that's, certain things bother me, and I'll never unsee it. So I'm sorry. Let me just fix this one. So I thought, okay, I like those colors. Those are the ornaments I'm going to try to find. And then I got overwhelmed looking at all the different ornaments and thinking, oh my gosh, I got to get this texture, this. And so I thought, I'm just going to go back to Michael's and get that garland strand. So I went back because I was on my third trip back for the ribbon, the Black Friday ribbon special. I went a little crazy, and I went back to get the garland, and they were all gone. And then I see this one couple that was walking around with the last garland, and I was like kind of following them around the store to see if maybe they put the garland down. And then I was like, oh man, I should have got it. And then so then I was back to square one, where I had to try to find the ornaments, and then I found the same garland at Hobby Lobby. So I was so happy. But I think those garlands are just great because they just have all the right colors and the right different sizes, and the sparkles and the flats, but they are a little on the pricey side, I'll have to admit. You could probably do this cheaper without the garland, because even on sale I think the garlands were like 20 bucks, and I bought 2 garlands for this wreath. So okay, now I am just, you know, I probably shouldn't have done, maybe I should have, do you do with the zip ties, do you do it small and then have the one big one that you wrap, or do you wrap them both? Yeah, I was a stalker, Lisa. They're probably like, who is this lady following me? Oh, it was hilarious. I totally felt like a stalker. Every aisle I was like, did they put that down? Did they put, because you know, you carry something around and you decide you don't want it. The ribbon, Debbie, was an amazing sale. It was buy one, get 3 for free. So I went a little crazy on the ribbon, and I tried to get ribbon that I can use for Valentine's Day too, but a lot of it was stuff I'll have to use next year because it's Christmas. But yeah, I got some Harlequin, and I got all kinds of ribbon. I got some fun. Oh, I got some fun ones. Look at these. Oh, Look at that. That's so pretty. And then this, which I really wanted to get. I'm not going to be able to get to it this year, but look at this, has little candies on it. So I got all different 4-inch. I got the 2.5-inch. I got all different sizes. It was a great deal. Here's another one which I loved. Look at that one, so pretty. But yeah, I tried to get some red and some white and some different things. Yeah, I know. Everything has just gone up like crazy. Okay. Now I'm trying to figure out how to... I wish I had longer pipe cleaners because this is not that... Maybe I should do... I just don't see how you get it around that ball. You know what? I think I'm going to do... This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this off. And I'm going to make the pipe cleaners longer. Instead of doing it like this, I'm going to take this down and just have one big long one that I'll just wrap around. Oh yeah, the poly burlap was on sale too, for sure. That was, I think, buy 2, get 2 free. It was something like that. I don't remember. I was like, stay away from the poly burlap because I was already spending way too much money on ribbon, but I was investing in my business. That's what I was doing. And we're at the end of the year, so you know, I need more write-offs. I definitely need more write-offs because it was not fun doing taxes last year. So I'm trying to, hopefully I'll be better this year. Because when you earn all your YouTube money and your Facebook money, none of that's taxed. So you got to make sure that you're putting the taxes away or you're paying at the end of the year. The metal frame or boards. You know, Lady Rivers, I like them both. You know, there's not one that I like. The boards are really fun. And so are the metal frames too. It just depends on what I'm making. Let me try to do it like this. There we go. That's a little bit easier. So it just depends on what I'm making, and then I decide what I want to use. But I love working with them all. The boards are really fun to work with. Seemed like I just did something on a board. Oh yeah, I did the nativity wreath on one of my lives on the board, and I love doing that. That design on the board was so fun. But on my gingerbread wreath, I am using all right, Tara, I feel like the sign is not going on the way I want. There we go. I'm also finding a lot of love and joy in working with the evergreen bases, and I got a whole bunch from Michael's. I got the 18-inch and I got the bigger ones too, but I'm doing my gingerbread on one of those because I couldn't decide if I wanted to use a grapevine or the do it on a wire or the greenery, and I ended up doing it on the greenery, and I absolutely love. And now I'm like, I can see why a lot of designers use those. because they're almost easier than making your own wreath base. But anyway, it's all just, I like to do a little bit of everything to kind of give people options. Okay, I know I'm struggling here. I'm not gonna lie. Trying to get this around the balls. Yeah, well, I do have, I'll start doing more tutorials when I start doing a lot more flowers. And then I think, I'm trying to think, I've done a couple, I have a couple tutorials on the boards, and I talk you through the holes. And I don't know if you've ever seen the, Lady Rivers, but I have the rose tutorial that's done on one of those boards, and it's one of my favorite wreaths, and it's so easy to do it on those boards. I'm trying, Deb. Oh yeah. Yeah, you're right. I better. He's still snoring, so fingers crossed. Okay. So what I'm doing is I'm just taking way too long trying to get this sign on. I just want to make sure I have it secured on here pretty good. Bear with me. This is the first time I've added a sign to these. So I'll just get everything secured like this, and then I'm going to wrap the pipe cleaner. Just want to make sure it's not going to go anywhere. All right, I think that should be good. So what I'm going to do is wrap it around the wireframe. Yeah, you're right. I better, because he is. And normally I'll have people here that can control him when he starts acting up during my live. I think he must have had a little cold or something, because I was getting real close, going to take him to the vet, because he had his eyes were weeping a lot, and which is normal for a pug, but he just seemed like he just was a little lethargic, and he was just like he wasn't feeling good. So I think he had a few days where he wasn't feeling so hot, but he feels fine now. Or he seems like he's fine. He doesn't have that. One of his ears were warm, and now they're not. Okay. Bear with me. We're getting this. So I'm just securing it around the frame. That should do the trick. Ooh, that's so fun. I love that. You know what? I probably could go through these holes too, but I'm not a big fan when they punch the holes through the sign. I'm just not. I always cover up the holes. I don't like that. Yeah, I tried to tie it around the balls, and it wouldn't work. I couldn't get it. So I kind of went around the wreath bar instead. I think I just needed longer if I had like some floral wire or had longer pipe cleaners. You have 4? Oh my goodness. Yeah, I know you've been busy. I haven't heard from you in a while, Debbie. Yeah, I put lights on my, yeah, that would be pretty, huh? I put lights in my nativity wreath, and that was really fun. I do it every once in a while. I add lights to I get the little fairy lights from Amazon. Okay, so now it's tinsel time, okay? And let me go grab my tinsel. Now, I got this. Look at, I'm telling you, Hobby Lobby has the best tinsel. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, because he has had ear infections before. But he seems like he's feeling better, but I might have it double checked. Normally, he's really going like that when he has an ear infection. And he wasn't doing that so much as he just was like kind of lethargic, just like he, you know, just droopy eyes and just looked like he wasn't feeling so hot. All right. Now, I don't know if Tara's still here, but I believe, I'm wondering if I should put some tinsel there too. So basically now I like this tinsel because of the white, but you can just use regular Dollar Tree tinsel as well, okay? You don't have to get the big old tinsel from Hobby Lobby. I just fell in love with this because I had the white on it and I thought that would look so pretty, like snow. But this is, you can just use regular tinsel like that too. I got tinsel everywhere. Oh, look at that. How pretty. Okay, so now you're just stuffing your tinsel in as your filler. Okay, that's all we're doing. Oh my goodness, this is so pretty with this tinsel. Look at that little white on there. Oh, so pretty. I get very excited about this stuff. Yes, I know, Debbie. Is he feeling better? That's scary. So you're just using this to fill in. You're just pushing it in there and we're filling in all these gaps and spaces. And then I want to get some around that sign too. Thank you, ACGB. Thank you. So now we have gaps and spaces around the sign. So I'm going to do it this way and try to get it to come up. So I'm just going to push it around the sign. Let's see if that's good. I might even see about using that other tinsel too, but let me see what this looks like first. Might have to do it in pieces here. Ooh, that's fun. Okay. All right, so let's, because I don't think I'm going to be able to do it the other way. And he's doing cartwheels. It's like, whoo, must have been a good one, huh? See, I don't think I'll be able to get it in this way, so I'm going to do it like we were just doing it. I might have to go, I'm going to have to go on the inside of these pipe cleaners. You know what? I think I'm going to do it in pieces because it's too hard to get all of this through. Yeah, that one is fun, huh? That one's your favorite, huh, Debbie? The patriotic rose. That one I like. I wasn't even selling it, and I posted it, and somebody asked me. It literally like sold like quick. Asked me if I'd sell it, and I said, I'll sell you this one. They were doing a fundraiser or something. But yeah, that one I think would be a great seller in your Etsy shop. So bear with me. I'm just trying to stuff this in pieces here so I can get it underneath those pipe cleaners. Yeah, I plan on doing more roses just because I love doing those and they're so fun. And I want to start doing some variegated ones. Because I think this spring and summer, or this, you know, the next change of the holidays, I'll probably start doing a lot more flowers on the boards and trying some different techniques that I haven't done yet. There's a lot that I haven't done yet that I really want to try. I love that one where they put the petal inside the other petal. I don't really know the names of everything. This is very, very fluffy tinsel, so it's... Yeah, next time that video, I was just kind of trying to do it as I went, so I kept going back and forth with the design. I wish I would have just, you know, maybe done it again where I wasn't going back and forth and confusing everybody. But sometimes I'm not, you know, this is the first time I'm doing some of these designs, and I don't have time to make one and then see how it turns out and then do another tutorial on it. So okay. I don't really know about that tinsel in the middle. To me, it's like taken away from the balls, the ornaments. I might have to go with a different. Let me try to shove this in a little bit more. Okay, change of plans. Change of plans. We're going to take this tinsel out of the middle part. I like the one at the end, and I'm going to use my other tinsel for the inside. I'll put this in my Christmas tree. Have you all done the tinsel fillers in a tree? I like doing that. That's so great way to fill up gaps and spaces in your Christmas tree. Just kind of shove it in like that, and it always looks so cute. Okay. So I think what I'm going to do is use this other tinsel here. Oh, yeah, I want to learn how to do that one too, Debbie, with the bead in it. That looks cute. And I want to do the one where they have the material in the middle of the petal. I think that looks so pretty. Of the flower wreaths, which ones have you done, Ellie? The rose or which flower ones? Okay, so I'm taking the smaller tinsel, and this sign is just not working like I want it to. I feel like it's not on here very good. I know what we're going to do. We're going to improvise. Thank you. Oh. Oh, yay. Did you? Okay, Lori. I can't wait. Did you figure it out? Do you just go to the community? Like, do you see the community tab on your side? I'm just going to add these just to make it feel a little bit more stable. I know it's not going to go anywhere because of those. I have that E6000 glue on there. But I feel like it just needs to be, it's not very tight. So let me just kind of support it a little bit more with this pipe cleaner. Just bear with me. Like I said, it's the first time I've added the sign. We'll get there. Yeah. Yep, and then it'll start bugging me, and it's like, nope, out of here, gone. Because what happens is I'll that's all I'll start obsessing over it, and that's all I'll see is the thing I don't like. And what's worse is when I finish a design and then I take a picture of it and then I look at the picture and then I get super critical of my stuff and I don't like that, I don't like this, and then I have to like redo it or refix what I don't like and then go take the pictures again to try to get a decent picture. I'm getting better about just letting it be, but there are a few things where I just can't. Okay, let me see if that gives it a little bit more stability here. And I could use those 2 holes in the sign, but I don't want to because I don't like those holes. And I can always do a little bit of hot glue. See, I got these 2 holes here that I could use. Okay, so back to what I was doing here. Focus, Holly, focus. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take the smaller tinsel, which I think was going to give me the better look. And I'm going to come in from this side of it. And all as this tinsel is doing is giving it just a little filler for some of those gaps and spaces. And then we're going to move on to just adding a few little of the different size balls, and that's pretty much done. Oh, I can't wait to see my community tab when I get off. See Vito and Lucy all snuggled up together. I saw the cutest picture on Facebook. Somebody had 2 pugs and they were doing the double head tilt. It was the cutest thing I'd ever seen in my life. I came this close to wanting to get another one. Of course, my husband, my kids, they want another one, and he is such a handful, and we're just in such a good little routine that I just don't know if I want to disrupt my routine, and I think it would be really hard. I mean, it could go either way. It could be really easy because they entertain each other, or it could be where I can't get anything done. And you could go around a second time. Let's just do that. Or just finish up what we have. I know, Shannon. Everyone keeps telling me that. Everyone's like, they need to. I don't know if I'm ready to take that plunge. Because I know he's lonely. I mean, it's just me and him. And when we go on our walk, he's always looking at other dogs like, ooh, you're like me. But he doesn't really get to interact with other dogs except on our walk, and that people don't really, they're just walking. Okay, I'm not really liking, I don't know what is going on here. I'm thinking because that first tinsel is so big. I wonder if I should try to get this sign in between these. I don't know what is going on here, but I'm just struggling a little bit. Okay. This side is just not working out the way I want it to. I can't get the sign on. You know what I probably should have done? I should have done maybe some medium balls so the sign could have just like slipped in there a little bit more. I wonder if I can get it to just wedge in there. I know you all don't want to be up till midnight watching me try to figure this out. Tara! I know, I'm just... Yes, Lisa, I need to. You're right, I do. I need to find a good doggy daycare. And it just... The last time I boarded him, I mean, that wasn't a daycare, though. I boarded him. One time, we went on a cruise, and when I brought him back, he was like... It was almost like he was trying to defend himself. I'd never seen him, like, kind of aggressive. And he was just like, "Arr." Like he was probably just used to like defending himself. So I guess that made me nervous about that kind of stuff. But you're right, I do. He needs a doggy daycare. All right, I am about ready to rip the sign out is what I'm about ready to do. Thank you, Bonnie. I overthink everything, but see, it keeps slipping. The sign keeps slipping on me. And that's why I'm thinking I'm going to have to use these holes, and I don't want to. Because I hate when you can see that thing going through the hole. It's just a little bit wobbly somewhere, and I can't figure out where it's, because I feel like it's tight. I probably should have left it like it was with the 2 pipe cleaners. What I probably should have done is just extended those pipe cleaners and made them longer and wrapped them around the balls like she originally said to, but the pipe cleaners weren't long enough. See, it just keeps shifting on me, and that's what's bothering me. So basically, we do the sign. You don't even have to do the sign. And then you would add your little balls. So let's just start adding the other balls because the sign's getting me a little frustrated right now. Let's add the other balls and take a break from this sign right now. Okay, you know what? This is what we're going to do. I'm ripping this sign off. I'm going to double up these pipe cleaners because that is just not going to work. That is not going to work. Let's just double up pipe cleaners, make them longer, and then I can wrap them around the balls. And then we're going to add the small balls, and then you're going to see it start coming to life. So I'm sorry, this is live, and this is what happened. You get to see all my frustrations of crafting, all the behind the scenes. Because see, when I do my tutorials, I would have ironed all the kinks out of this kind of stuff. But I just can't. It just bothers me. It's just too wobbly. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to double up these pipe cleaners. There we go. You know, I could use floral wire too. And now we're going to do this. See if I can get this through there. There we go. Now we have enough to wrap around the balls. Okay. The sign goes last. I thought Tara said she puts the sign in first before the tinsel and everything. Like I said, I've never done it with the sign, but I think her ones that she does with the signs are just absolutely adorable. So, I mean, if you didn't do it with the sign, see, it's still pretty. And then we start adding a bunch of balls here through the tinsel, and it starts building up your design. but I'm determined to get this sign to work because this was the whole vision, was these balls with this sign and that tinsel. And I have to bring the vision to life. We're going to get there, I promise. And if you have to go to bed, if it's late, I will show you the finished result tomorrow on Facebook. But this one, oh, you do your signs last after you put all the balls and the tinsel? All right, now we got some pipe cleaners. Now it's gonna work just fine here. Okay, so now she said she wraps them around the balls. And I should have done it before the tinsel, but that's okay. Just gonna poke this through. Oh, there we go. Do we want to sink it in like that? Let me just get it around the balls and then we'll tighten it up. I don't know if I want to sink it down too far because I don't like the sunken signs. I'm very picky when it comes to certain things, and I don't like when the signs are like sunk into a design really deep. Okay, let's try this. Okay, now these are going to be this is going to be much better. Just like she said originally, she goes around the balls, and I'm trying to, those pipe cleaners were too short, so I was trying to improvise, and this is much better going around the balls. Just needed longer pipe cleaner. So now I'm just going around the balls. That's all I'm doing is cinching it nice and tight. Look how much better that is. Is this one around the balls? There we go. Now we're not flopping all over the place. Now I can sleep at night. Okay, much better. Sorry, everyone. Does he have, Lori, does he have one of those little things that the St. Bernards wear? That would be so cute. Yes, I did it. That was a struggle, but we did it, okay? So, and I'm happy I can sleep at night, and now let me just get these twisted and cut off. Get it nice and tight. I know, like Debbie said, I don't have much time because you know who is going to be waking up here in a second. Oh, I see him up now. And then he'll start coming over, start pawing at me. Yesterday, I had this big day. I was so, you know, when you're just in that craft mood, and because, you know, I'm not like that every day. I got to feel it when I'm doing a design. I can't just craft if I'm not feeling it. And I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to have this great crafting day. My husband was out of town and I had all these big plans of getting my gingerbread done. And I was in the zone and I tried to craft, and I told you I didn't think he was feeling good. And it was his first day that he looked like he was feeling better. And what I was trying to craft, and he kept pawing at me. He did not want me to craft at all. So I couldn't craft. When he's like that, I can't do it because he won't let me. And so, yeah, that was my big day yesterday. I got no crafting done at all. And now I'm behind, but that's okay. That's okay, because he comes first. He is my world right now that I have adult children. I mean, they're my world too, but he's my, he is literally attached at my hip. Okay. I'm sorry that took so long to figure out that sign, but we're getting there. We are getting there. And I like the little part of the snow coming through. So far, so good. Yeah, right? Better late than never. Because I could have just been like, okay, I'll figure it out, but then that would have bothered me. It was flopping around too much. I know, Shannon. I know. And then when I saw that double head tilt picture, I thought, oh my gosh, that was too cute. They were both tilting their head the same direction. One was a black pug and the other one was the regular pug. We'll see. We'll see. They'll probably get their way. It's just, you know, they want to do all this, but I'm the one that's doing everything, which is fine. I mean, I'm home and I enjoy it, but they're not walking them. He's not attached to them. He's attached to me. Because when I'm home, he is like all over me. And my husband loves him so much, but he only gets that snuggle time when I'm gone. And then he'll say he sits and stares out the door waiting for me to come back. Okay. Phew. Okay. That was some work there. Okay. Okay. I got to quit messing around. Get this finished. This is why probably a lot of people don't like watching my lives. Oh, they're like, I don't have all day. Oh my gosh, I crack myself up sometimes. Okay, here we go. So now, what we're doing, which I'm obsessed over this tinsel. Look at it, it's coming to life. Oh my gosh, so pretty. They remember the hand that feeds them. Yes, they do. And the body that's home all day. So they're attached. Okay, so here's the deal. I like it with just this tinsel. I think the tinsel looks pretty, but we need to let's add some more ornaments, okay? Oh, thanks, Renee. I was kind of sweating that sign there for a minute. I was struggling. I'm not going to lie. I just had to get it the way I wanted. And that is, wow. That tinsel is just breathtaking. My gosh. So we are going to add some more tinsel that's going to come up around here like we attempted to before. But right now I'm going to quit fiddling with that tinsel and we're going to add some more balls here. So now we're going to take our smaller ones, our mediums, our smalls, and we're going to add them into like here. Okay, and you could do whatever you want. You can add big, small, medium. So for these, I'm going to take a pipe cleaner and do it like a fish hook so I could get it through the other side. And that's how we're going to connect these. I'm just going to twist the pipe cleaner, and we're going to bring the pipe cleaner straight through this tinsel. You just kind of have to feel your way through it. This tinsel is pretty thick. And I'm going to get it through the back side and secure it that way, okay? And we'll secure it around a wreath bar. I'm going to do that at the end. And so I'm just going to go around and start adding some different balls, okay? And you could add some here too if you wanted to. But, oh, he got one. That'll keep him occupied for a little bit. Oh, Lori, you tell Carl he better behave himself. He's like, what are you watching? Oh my God. Oh my gosh, you crack me up. That's so funny. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm just going to slide these through, and then we're going to flip it all over and then secure the balls. Okay. I'm trying to get the smaller ones. Okay, so that's what we're doing. And you could always have these preloaded, make it easier. But I find that the little fish hook thing makes it easy to get through both of those. Let's just go ahead and oh my gosh. Lori's husband calls me the West Coast Wreath Queen, which I think is so cute and funny. Oh my gosh, that's so great. Okay, so these I'm just going to, it's almost easier if you just make kind of like a big, long pipe cleaner, and then you can just get it through really easy. So let's just prep a few, and then we're going to add these. And then you can even get like really small ones. Like if this tinsel wasn't so thick, you could like keep like building up with even like tinier ones. You're just going to stack it with as many as you want. Okay, I feel like these are going to be all over the floor here. Put that up. Okay. I mean, this one is a labor of love. I mean, they're not quick wreaths, but they're really pretty. Can you imagine hot gluing all of these on here? That would not be fun. Just trying to get it through all that tinsel. So I have the 3 right there. I'm going to flip it over and secure those. And just go ahead and take it around a wreath bar. I bet you didn't realize you're showing up to a 4-hour live. Oh. Just get it around any sort of wreath bar that you can find. Through that tinsel, and then you can cut your pipe cleaners off. Just making sure you're pulling them nice and tight so they're snug on the wreath. And let's just finish these off while we're back here. Okay. See, we added those 3. And now, I mean, it's just up to you how much you want to add. I like to at least add all the way around. And you have to add the tinsel before you do this part. So, I mean, it is a little time consuming, but it's so worth it because it's so pretty. And I think these would make a great gift. And she does a lot of really cute ones, like with the polar bears in the middle. And you can decorate them however you want. So it opens up a lot of options of things that you can do with these. Just finish off some of these. But everything is super secure, like it's not going anywhere. So I'm going to keep going around and adding some more of these. Where are we at? I'm going to try not to let that double red get to me right now. Oh, hey, Kaden, thank you. Thank you. We have been live since 4 o'clock. Couple hours here. I was struggling with that sign. And now we are adding the smaller balls, and I think Turbo has one in his mouth right now. So that'll keep him occupied for a tiny bit. Don't you be eating that, Turbo. Yeah, he's being really good today. I'm surprised. Yes, thank you, Crystal. Thank you. Thank you for the reminder. Oh, you guys are the best, I'm telling you. Okay, that might be twisted up. I need it to get really secure around the bottom there. There we go. There's no pattern. Hey, that's the new style, right? Not matchy-matchy. Yes, he is. He is really, I mean, I'm really surprised right now that he's lasting this long. He really is. He is. He's such a sweetheart. I'm telling you. He is a snuggle bunny. Probably be easier just to make these a little bit shorter. And such a character. These dogs have so much personality. And that head tilt just gets me every time. I mean, it just melts my heart when you're talking to him and he's like, huh? Is that like every dog? I don't remember my other dogs doing the head tilt thing, or is that just like a pug thing? Yeah, yeah. He's always snoring, and now I just leave it. Like I used to edit it out, and now I just think it's cute. I'm like, I don't have time to edit it out, and I think it's cute. Because then once you start following me and you kind of get to know Turbo, then you know that that's him. In my earlier tutorials, you can hear JJ snoring in the background. That was my big lab. I think I might have told you all about him. He had a heart murmur. And when we lost his sister, Honey, he was attached at my hip. And he's the one that actually showed Turbo the ropes. When we first got Turbo, we still had JJ. But in my early tutorials, you can hear JJ because he was like literally attached. Big old dog in this tiny craft room. He always had to be near me too. See, I must have a thing. I must be a dog magnet. Because JJ was the same way. He was attached. But I had nursed him back to health when he had this tumor removed. And I think he was just super attached to me from being his nurse. And then when Honey passed, he wouldn't go anywhere outside where they used to hang out. So I had to bring him inside with me. He had a whole part of our property, and that's where they lived. They were outdoor property dogs, and he wouldn't have anything. He wouldn't go in that back part of the property anymore when we lost her. And no matter where they were on the property, they were right next to each other. They were brother, sister. We got them as puppies. Oh yes, that is pretty. So I'm sorry this has taken so long. I know we're getting there. It's just one of those time-consuming projects, which I love them so much. So I wanted to show you how to do one of these lives because they are one of my favorite ones. But I like that little white popping through. I think that looks pretty. He's knocked the tree over twice. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That's funny, Lori. Oh, they're rescues. Turbo's a rescue too. I wasn't out looking for Turbo. He found us. The poor little thing. He showed up on our property, and he had mange all over his neck, and he was just a hot mess. Like, he wasn't taken care of at all. And he didn't have a chip. And we didn't have the heart to send him to the shelter. Even though I wanted my husband to take him to the shelter, because I was on my way out of town and I was not ready for another dog, especially after everything JJ was going through with his heart murmur. Because he would just, he had that syncope, that's what they call it, syncope, and he would just pass out. And it was so scary. It was like he was having a seizure, but he would just, this big old huge dog would just plop down on the ground because his heart wasn't getting enough blood to the heart. And it was so scary. So I was dealing with a lot of his health stuff, and I wasn't ready for another dog. And here comes Turbo, all mangy and hyper, and I wanted my husband to take him to the shelter. The shelters were full at that time. And when I got back from coming out of town, after he took him to the vet and he wasn't chipped, and then that was it. He was ours. But poor thing had that, I don't know, mange on his neck. His skin was really bad. And now he gets compliments all the time, like how pretty his fur is, how shiny his coat is. Oh, we're talking about you, buddy. Mama's bragging about you. I can't believe he's being so good right now. Well, I'm the groomer, Vonnie. I'm the groomer, so I appreciate that. I take him to the car wash at PetSmart, and he hates his baths, but he's actually getting a lot better. The last bath we did, it seemed like he was kind of enjoying it. So I was like, great. I like that. And then he gets I don't do his nails. They clip his nails because he's really hyperactive. And I took him in one time. It was a different girl, and she said, I can't. I went to go pay and come back. She goes, I can't do it. I'm like, what do you mean you can't do it? And so now I have to take him in on Mondays to the one lady that can do him. She's the only one that can handle him. But the last time she said it took 2 of them to do his nails because he's so hyperactive. Oh, hey, better Lefty. Left unsaid. That's cute. Oh, yes. I know about shedding. Turbo you get those little black hairs everywhere. We went to Thanksgiving. My oldest son and my daughter-in-law, they got their first home, and they hosted Thanksgiving in their new home. And I had to bring Turbo. I had no choice because they live a couple hours away. And they just bought this brand new couch. It was like a cream couch. This beautiful couch. And I was just so nervous he was going to have black hairs all over the couch. So I all night kept trying to keep him from getting on the couch. And my son's like, he's fine, Mom. Just relax. Just relax. And I'm like, I am not going to be the one that my dog messes up your cream couch. And then we tried to keep him outside, and what does he do? Start pawing at the door. Like, he cannot stand to be anywhere by himself. Henry. Oh my goodness, Henry. I bet he's getting so big now, Debbie. You'll have to send me a picture. I want to see how big he's getting. I think I've only seen the little kitten pictures. And he's definitely probably not a kitten anymore. I miss having a cat. I'm just not ready for a cat either. I've had my fair share of animals. But we'll see what happens. You never know. Turbo will probably end up with a friend. Because I do need to get him in a doggy daycare. I need to look into that and try to find something that's going to work with our schedule. Because he needs that. He needs that. Be around other dogs. Yes, anything's allowed in the community page. It's my community, Deb. It's not like the YouTube community. It's my personal like community. I think. I really don't know. But yeah, the cat pictures are allowed. Any pictures are allowed as long as they're not, you know, appropriate. Because I'm curious about how this whole community thing works. Because I haven't had anybody send me a picture yet through the community tab. Because it's something new that I just opened up. Well, I opened up this setting, which I, oh boy, here we go. Hey, 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 hey. See, we're getting to that mark. The 2.5 hour mark is when all H breaks loose. Oh boy. Turbo. Turbo, what are you doing? Now he's getting into the tinsel. Come here. Come here. Let me have it. We got tinsel, we got balls, we got everything all over the place. Okay, we're getting there. I promise we're getting there. But I am going to start doing some fun lives with the greenery wreath bases, which are really fun and a lot quicker than this one. Oh, now he's going to tear up his bed. This is where I usually have my husband grab his bed. Turbo, if you put a hole in that bed, you're not getting another one. He shakes it like a toy. Thank you, Lady Rivers. Sometimes I feel like, oh my gosh, the live is getting too late. But I'll always put a picture out tomorrow if you have to go to bed. I understand. Everyone's in different time zones. Kaden, I got the sign from TMI Gifts. And I always have the link in my description section of my tutorials. They have great signs. That's where I got my gingerbread attachment. And you can always use my code HH20 and you'll save 20% off. But yeah, I love the sign. It's so pretty because it's hard to find the 8-inch signs. Go Turbo, go. You hear him? He's going cray cray. Yeah, this is where it would be fun to have another one when he starts going through his zoomies. Oh, you took care of your son's puppy, Angela, and he ended up being yours. You know, that happens a lot. I have a friend, the same thing. She has 3 dogs, and 2 of them are her sons, different sons, because they ended up in the military or going to the military. And, you know, moving around or different places, and they couldn't keep the dogs, so she has 3 of them now. He needs camera time. Turbo, you want to say hello to everybody? You want to say, he's getting to the point where I could barely pick him up. And I know he wasn't feeling good because he didn't eat. Like today's the first day that he ate. I think he just wasn't feeling good, and now he's feeling good. He's back to his normal self. Turbo, you want to say hello? You got your baby? You got your baby? Huh? Come here. Come here. See, when you call him, he doesn't come because he's stubborn like that. He comes on his terms, not your terms. That's what cracks me up about those dogs, is I've never seen a dog that doesn't come when you call him. Twice the fur or twice the trouble of having to chase them and get your product back from them. I know, that's how I feel, Lisa. That's what I feel. I feel like it can go either way. It could go really good, where they have each other to play with and they're doing their thing, or it could be really bad where I won't be able to get any tutorials done. So I think that's why I'm nervous. But I feel like if I did have another dog, that maybe he would enjoy being outside more, because he won't go, he only goes outside. Like, I can't put him in the backyard and then like just leave him there. He'll just, he has separation anxiety big time. So I feel like at least if he had another dog, he could be out in the backyard and they could be playing and for a few hours at a time. And all right, so then we just did another row, and then it's up to you. You can add more. Like, you know, you can add a bunch. You don't have to. I think I like that little snow coming up like that, so I'm going to leave that just like that. So now we need to add some tinsel. We're going to go back now that I fixed the sign and add that one tinsel that we had in there. Woo, look at what a mess I got here. So you're not crafting unless you're making a big old mess. You should get him a St. Bernard. Oh my gosh. Oh, calm and lazy. Oh, that's funny. Oh, look at the little kitties, Kaden. Those are cute. And I bet there's a whole lot of drool going on. Does he drool a lot? So now I'm just going to stick this tinsel in here and kind of shove it so we can just fill in the last spaces here. And I think that's going to be all the ornaments I'm going to add. So this is just the last finishing touch, and I'm just kind of pushing it in front of those balls. You see him? Turbo, come here. Come here. I'll make sure, remind me before I leave here so he can say hello. Yeah, he's a big celebrity at Starbucks. They all know Turbo. When I go through that drive-thru, he starts going crazy because he wants that pup cup. And they write on his little pup cup, "Hi, Turbo." They all just love him so much. Turbo. Okay, so we added, so what I'm doing is just kind of shoving it around the sign. So we just want a little peek of it coming up and filling in those gaps. And if it's too much, you can just push it in. But it's just kind of like a little filler is what it is. Because we don't want to see any gaps or spaces. And then if you had the little tiny ones, you could still just keep adding more and more, as many of these as you wanted. I mean, you could really just keep going for it with the balls. Here, you could go, you know, maybe I'll add just a couple. Maybe I'll add one here. Let me add this one. Let me just add this one right here, and then I think this will be good. Let me just add a couple more. I promise we're almost done. No, it doesn't cost to upload videos on YouTube. Nope. Thank goodness. But it does take it takes overnight till it's fully uploaded. And if I can ever figure out how to stream on 2 different platforms, I'll stream on Facebook and YouTube. I just don't know how to do all of that. And I don't know if I use like a streaming thing, I don't think I would be able to interact on both platforms. So right now I just focus on YouTube. Vonnie, I don't know where it is on your end, but I know on my end, if I go under posts and then it shows then there's a community tab. Lori, did you end up figuring that out? Did you end up sending a picture of Vito and Lucy on the community tab? So I was hoping you guys can figure that out and let me know. Yeah, no, it's all free. It's all free on YouTube. And if it's something that you're considering doing, I would highly suggest it, because there's a lot of opportunities that can come with a YouTube channel once you get monetized. I think when I was trying to get monetized, I don't know if things have changed. I think they might have lowered the number. But when I was doing it, you had to have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 view hours within 365 days, or you had to start over again. I want to say that they might have lowered that 4,000 to 2,000, but I'm not 100% sure. So I would suggest, if it's something you want to do, get your plan and go for it, because you want to, the goal is to get monetized. And see, now I'm going to want to just keep going and going. I like a lot of these ornaments. I just think it looks so pretty. Okay, so you went to my page and it says community. Crystal, did you have to go under the post tab, or it just says community? Is it next to the post? Do you see a post tab too? Oh, I can't wait to see the pictures. I just think it's going to be very convenient, because people all the time want to send me pictures on YouTube, and I have to tell them to go to Facebook. And not everybody has Facebook Messenger, but that's the only place that I can see the pictures. But now I'll be able to see them on YouTube as well. The community at the top. Okay. Well, everybody try to just throw a little something on there so I can see it working in real time. Because I think it was there all along. I just didn't have it enabled. And so it's all enabled and turned on. Who's here, Turbo? Oh, somebody's home. I think my son's home from work. That'll buy me a few more minutes with Turbo, because he's all about the food. Oh, yes. Let's see. Facebook mentions which post, but not sure you're seeing. Sorry, I'm trying to catch up here on messages. Facebook group. And pretty soon I will be I'm still trying to figure out all the ins and outs of it, but it's a goal for the new year is I'm going to start a Facebook group. Not a paid group, but a group where a community group where everyone can share their creations and you know, if you make something that's inspired by Hollie Hobbies, you can share it in that group. But I'm still trying to figure out all the ins and outs. And I'll make sure that I let you know when that happens. All right. So now I feel like I keep adding extras. Let me just keep with a few more of the little ones because I don't have that many little ones left. Boy, that 2 garlands really worked out nicely for this. Yeah, let me know, Lady Rivers, how it works out. And then we could talk about that next week because, like I said, it's all new. Second device. Oh, you mean like a second iPad? Because I didn't think about that. I was like, you could probably stream it, but then you can't really talk to people. All right, I think we're getting about where I want it to be with the balls here. You know, and I mean, you could even keep adding them like here, here. So, I mean, you can get as, you know, just fill it up as much as you want. But I think I like that so far. And I do want to get, let me see if I can find a couple stickers for these holes. I mean, you can't really see them too bad, but those holes always, oh, so Crystal, you figured it out, right? Oh, you had to push like 4 different things to post. Interesting. Okay. So was it kind of hard to figure out, or was it pretty easy? You know, I have these drawers all clean and everything is a stinking mess. I'm looking for my sticker. Oh yeah, I moved those over here. So what I like to do is get these little stickers from Hobby Lobby, and I use these to cover up my holes. They're perfect for covering up this kind of stuff. So I'm just going to use this red one. And you can always add a little piece of hot glue, but I don't like those holes in the signs. I know why they're there, to make it convenient and everything, to put your sign on, but I don't like to use those holes. See, and that just gives it some bling. And then we can add a zip tie for a hanger. So what do you think? I really like it with that tinsel, that snowy. It just looks like it's almost like a snowdrift. Someone who wasn't tech smart, it was hard. See, that's why I'm like, I don't know how to do that. I'm just waiting for somebody to post a picture. I know that I turned the tab on, and that was about, I didn't even know that was an option. Yeah, you could cover it with anything you want. I just always cover up those holes, and I love getting those stickers from Hobby Lobby because they have so many cute ones that are just perfect to add over those holes. So community photo, allow YouTube access photos, add photos. Did everybody get that? Better left unsaid said you go to community, you go to photo, allow YouTube to access your photos, and then you add your photo. All right, so when I get off this live, I am expecting to see lots of pictures. Yes, thank you, Lisa. I'm glad I didn't add this tinsel here. I think that would have been too much. That's why I like that thinner Dollar Tree tinsel. And you can even push it down if it's coming out too much, but it's just enough to add to the, just to fill in some of those gaps. But yeah, I really like this with the white. I think it really adds to the design. So that is an ornament wreath, and you can go check out Tara's page, and you can see all the beautiful ones that she does. She does so many different colors and color schemes and different kinds of ornaments, so that you can see the variety of things that you can do with this style of wreath. It's pretty much the sky's the limit with these. So I just appreciate you all hanging out while I'm wrestled with that sign and trying to figure the tinsel out and all that good stuff. But you know, we did it. We did it together. So I appreciate you all coming on my live and supporting me in this live journey. And before I go, Turbo's tearing up his bed. Turbo, come here and say goodbye. Say goodbye. Come here. Come here. Oh my goodness. Somebody is being a stinker. Oh, he is so heavy. Turbo, say hello. Let me see. Of course he's not going to turn towards you. Hey, see, he's very hyper. So this is Turbo. So you see why his name is Turbo. And do you see why I'm reluctant to get another one? Because he is a handful. You say hi? So this is the cute little face behind the snores and snorts in my tutorials. Oh my goodness. Woo, he's a handful. So yeah, that's why when the girls were trying to clip his nails, I said, he's not named Turbo for nothing. Yes, he is a big boy. He is. So I just thank you all for coming. I know it's getting busy with the holiday season. I hope to see you all back next Thursday, same time, 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We'll be doing something else, something fun. And thanks again for watching. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Hollie Hobbies, from my heart to yours. Bye, everyone.